So, hello everyone. This is Rana ALshorbaji. I'm a junior at the Islamic University of Gaza, and today we will comment critically on "To Palestine, to Gaza" poem. Um, a cool point to be mentioned here that this poem is selected from a book titled Gaza Writes Back, which is edited from one of our doctors at the Islamic University of Gaza, Department of English, dr.Refaat Alareer. So this is our poem for today. You can see it on the right. And I'm sure from the first look you can notice clearly that this is a modernist poetry, especially a concrete poetry. But to be honest with you, I'm not sure 100% what this shape refers to, yet it could be a grenade, maybe. If you have another suggestions or if you see another possible shapes, kindly write it down in the comments. And while discussing the poem line by line, maybe we could find another possible shapes, or we can see also whether this shape, I mean the grenade, meets the theme of the poem or not. Okay, so let's continue. Before reading a poem, look at the title, To Palestine, to Gaza. Interesting. Maybe he will praise his country, or maybe he will defend his country. Maybe he will express something related to his country. Love, suffering, we don't know yet, okay? But we can see clearly that he is sending this poem to his country, to Palestine, to Gaza. So he treated them as if they are humans, okay? But we know that Palestine and Gaza are concrete nouns, so they won't reply to him because they are not humans. So we have a literary device here, which is personification. To Palestine, to Gaza, and despise Israel's death sentences like lead cast upon the head, gnawing at our life, clinging to it like a flea to a kitten, and stuffed in our throats the moment we say Amen to the prayers of old women and men broken their ways to God. We live and pray, clinging to life even harder. Every time a dear one's life is forcibly rooted up, we live, we live, we do. And before talking about the form, the diction, and the literary devices, I'd like to show you my imaginary drawing. This is the first scene that came to my mind when I read this poem for the first time. And I think it's similar to our story as Palestinians, because if you notice those who are standing there watching their beloved one who's about to die, and they are sure that one of them will be in his possession one day, and it will happen because they are resisting for their land, for their rights, for their freedom. But the beauty is, even if we are forced to meet such ruthless situations, to face such merciless ends, we still see the light. We dream, we love people, we love life, we think of the future. We are looking for peace, we're looking for freedom. So yes, and we have this special ability to repel, to fix ourselves again and again. And despite Israel's death sentences like lead cast upon the head, here a poet is trying to say that Israel's death sentences for us as Palestinians are not that easy to bear, are not that easy to hear, because we do realize what they are. We will lose someone, we will miss someone, we will weep, we will see this melancholic scenario again and again. So yes, it's not that easy, it's hard for us. Knowing our life, because Israel's death sentences, okay, actually are eating our life, are ending our life, okay, clinging to it like a flea to a kitten. Do you know a flea? This lazy this lazy fly, okay, that uh, built that builds a settlement on a kitten, and takes its food from a kitten, and the kitten at the end will get sick because of the flea. And this is Palestinians. We are the kitten, and the Zionists are the flea. They try to end us. They try to make us suffer, okay, because of them, and we do suffer because of them. And stuffed in our throats the moment we say amen to the prayers of old women and men blocking the ways to God. And maybe he's trying to say that they controlled us completely, so we can't even say amen, this religious peaceful like word. um, or he's trying to say that because we are sad, because we lost a beloved one, we cannot say amen when our old women and men pray for our martyrs, because we really like sad, okay? Um, we are tearing up, and yes, we have a twist here. So, despite Israel's death sentences and their results, okay, we live and pray. Even if they didn't want us to live, we live. And even if they didn't want us to say amen, to pray, we do pray, okay? Clinging to life even harder. We still stuck, we still want our life, we still love our life, okay? Even more and more, every time a dear one's life is forcibly rooted up, when we say our like beloved ones die because of them, okay? And we live, we do. This is a repetition to emphasize that we will still there. The Palestinians won't die, okay? We will stay, resist, okay? We will fight, and we will keep calling for our freedom till the last breath, okay? That's it. About the form, it's a short poem, a very short poem. Contains 15 lines, okay? And we can see like we have a bit long lines and very short lines, consisting of 2 words only. So we can expect that maybe the number of syllables won't be regular, but we need to check. Why? Because it doesn't work all the time. So we should go back and check the number of syllables. So let's check. And despite Israel's death sentences, 11 syllables. Like lead, 2 syllables. Cast upon the head, 5 syllables. Gnawing at our life, 6 syllables. Clinging to it like a flea to a kitten, 11 syllables. And stuffed in our throats, 6 syllables. The moment we say amen, 7 syllables. To the prayers of old women and men, 10 syllables. Plucking their ways to God, 6 syllables. We dream and pray, 4 syllables. Clinging to life even harder, 8 syllables. Every time a dear one's life, every time a dear one's life, 8 syllables. Is forcibly rooted up, 7 syllables. We live, 4 syllables. We do, two syllables. So as we expected, the number of syllables is not regular, is not the same. So let's check the rhyme scheme. And despite Israel's death sentences, A. Like lead. B. Cast upon the head. B. Knowing it all life. C. Clinging to it like flea to a kitten. D. And stuffed in our throats. E. The moment we say Amen. D. To the prayers of old women and men. Also D. Plucking the ways to God. F. We dream and pray. G. Clinging to life even harder. H. Every time a dear one's life. Look at the fourth line. There is life. So yes, it's C. S for simply rooted up. I. We live. J. We do. K. So even the rhyme scheme also is not regular. The diction. The poem has simple language. Maybe the word knowing will be new for you, but still you can guess the meaning from the context. Another thing is the poem has strong sounds like death, cost, knowing, clinging, stuffed, throats, flea, kitten, plucking, clinging, life, even, forcibly. And it serves the theme. The last point is the literary devices. We have alliteration, like, and despite Israel's death, despite and death, like lead, clinging and kitten, we live. Also, we have another literary device, which is the poet used similes, like, and despite Israel's death sentences like lead, okay, a cut above the head, and clinging to it means to life, to our life, like flea to a kitten, okay. Also, the poem has metaphors like gnawing at our life, stuffed in our throats, the prayers of old women and men plucking their ways to God. A dear one's life is forcibly rooted up. The last point is we have affronting and stuffed in our throats the moment we say Amen to the prayers of old women and men plucking the ways to God. And the moment we say Amen to the prayers of old women and men plucking the ways to God, stuffed in our throats, okay? Because we have subject-verb agreement, okay? This is the end. Thank you. If you have any question, kindly write it down in the comments, and I will reply to you as soon as possible.